An Untitled. Best. Love this. See, being able to adapt to beast is so good. Do you want Big Bad Dire Mole? Do you want this Helpless Hatchling? I really like this. Spring Paw. East of West. I own that, but I bought it and then didn't read it. Scavenging Hyena. Is this the fine one to put in? There's no other notable beasts except for perhaps the Helpless Hatchling. You know, and I actually kind of want to give this a shot, huh? Jeweled Macaw's probably better. Definitely want 6 of these puppies, though. Animal Companion we definitely want. Kill Command we definitely want. Houndmaster we definitely want. A lot of the classics coming in here. Fallen King Dread is a pretty nice one to plop out there. Katharina, nope. Nobody, nope. Swamp King Dread is just a very nice sort of high-ender. Then there's this Master's Call. Discover me in your deck. If all 3 are beasts, draw them all. That actually is a little painful with Houndmaster, but I don't think we need it. Let's take a look at the Rumble cards. I'm missing a few. Oh, I want 2 of these. Oh my god, I forgot we had the Headhunter's Hatchet. Headhunter's Hatchet. What's this one? Give your opponent a acquire. Alright, let's go back to standard. Any cool archetypes you're excited about the most? Control Paladin was the one. But now I'm devastated. Summon your beasts that died this turn. Maybe one of those puppies, but just one. Bear Shark. Arrgh! God, this is... I mean, this Headhunter's Hatchet is actually pretty dang sick. We want that sweet curve, yes. That sweet, sweet curve. Problem is we do have a Houndmaster, but I'm not going to cut that. Probably Unleash the Hounds. That's a pretty good one. Probably Flanking Strike. That's a pretty good one. Curve looks correct. I mean, I guess, dude. I'm not over the moon about running that one, to be fair. Does this one do? Summon a bunch of goblins? Boy. Do you remember the O2 Goblin Bomb mechanic that was supposed to be a mechanic? Like, literally, one of the least... I will say, if I could levy a criticism on Hearthstone, I think it's that a lot of the mechanics that show up are sufficiently underpowered that they literally never see use. Ever. Overkill. Already this expansion, we're seeing Overkill hardly used anywhere. Hardly anywhere. I mean, like, I almost want to try to force beta to arrow here, because this just feels so... Like, Overkill, you never see. The O2 Goblin Bombs, you never see. Echo, you saw in really niche circumstances. Magnetic. Absolute unused mechanic. I feel like the started with Inspire, and Inspire is a really cool mechanic. But let's take a moment, let's take a step back and think about Inspire, right? And think about the way Hearthstone works. In Hearthstone, when things are on the board, they tend to die stupidly quickly. Things tend to live a turn, maybe two, and then they're gone. Very different than in other card games where you play a thing and it tends to stick, and a thing dying is kind of a rare occurrence. That's like an event in the game. Like, you die, everything dies a shitload, and then you draw a shitload of cards, you play a bunch of stuff, and everything dies like crazy. Just a shitload of stuff dying. So that's sort of the theme of the game, right? That just exists. So if we think about the Inspire mechanic, and for any of you who don't know the Inspire mechanic, let's actually just take a look. Actually, let me say no. All cards. Actually, what is this? Yeah. If your hand is empty, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Actually, let's just go for a really basic one. Alright, this is perfect. Silver Hand, Regent. Inspire was whenever you use your hero power, the Inspire thing happens. Right? Now, let's think about this. What makes this cool? Well, it essentially means that each card with Inspire is like a value generator. This is very unusual with cards in Hearthstone. Things tend to be a punch of value. Like the Houndmaster is itself a 4/3, and it occasionally can also give +2/+2 in taunt. So it drops some stats, but then that's the fixed pump that you manage to get from that card. Whereas if we step to Inspire, oh my god, every Inspire card could just generate infinite value of some kind. If this were left alone, it could generate several free 1/1s. If this Kvaldir Raider were left alone, it could get infinitely huge, and that sort of has a neat, nifty appeal. However, recall, in Hearthstone, things die all the time. Things just get cleaned off. So how do you have to think about the balance of an Inspire card? Well, you have to be really careful. Because if, at some point, I can't clear an Inspire thing, if the Inspire effect is too strong, then I lose the game immediately, right? Like, immediately. I feel like Confessor Palatress is a good example of this. Like, if you can't deal with Confessor Palatress real quickly, first turn she's played, she summons a legendary minion. And if you can't kill her, she's going to summon another legendary. She's going to summon a third legendary. Oh my god, after 3 turns, Confessor Palatress is like busto crazy good. Whoa. So I can see the logic of be careful with those Inspire effects. We don't want them to be too strong because every single Inspire card runs the risk of spiraling out of control. Even something kind of pathetically simple, like the Silver Hand Regent, could just be way too powerful. Kvaldir Raider, if left alone, could be way too powerful. Alright? So if I've taken some analysis and let's crunch it down. The Inspire effect has to be small enough that if it's left unchecked for lots of turns, 3, 4, 5, then it becomes all powerful. And in that way, the opponent has several turns to deal with it. That's the counterplay, that's the interaction. If the Inspire effect is so strong that it becomes a game-ending threat on its own, we've sort of failed with our design space. It feels too binary, because this baby thing is going to spiral out of control. And then I feel like the effect of this is that the design team at Hearthstone has underpowered Inspire to the point where essentially no Inspire cards were really played. And I'm ignoring Arena. I'm ignoring Arena because I'm not an Arena player. Things like Tournament Medic, kind of interesting, had some niche value, some interesting stuff. What are some other things that remind us of this potential infinite value? Echo. Perfect example, right? If an Echo card is too good as something I play once, like for instance, if Phantom Militia was a 3-mana 2/5 with Taunt, a 2/5 with Taunt for 3 is actually pretty damn good. The fact that it can Echo, oh, so ridiculously good. So we better make sure that Phantom Militia is skewed to be a little beneficial at 9 mana, fine at 6 mana, and weak at 3 mana. That's how we balance Echo. There's a lot of mechanics like this in Hearthstone that feel like they're trying to account for that overpoweredness. So what happens is we just don't see any of these cards used anywhere. Same thing here, like this overkill mechanic. Overkill, 5 mana to deal 3 damage. Already terrible. Overkill, deal 2 damage, summon a 5/5 Devil Soar. It's conditional. I mean, we're going to put it in because why the hell not, right? We're going to try to see if we can make overkill work. But, like, look at the overkill cards in Standard right now. A meme chicken. Okay, what about this? Stealth, overkill, gain 3 armor. Very kind of mediocre effect. Overkill, draw 2 cards, but look at the stat line. A 4-mana 5/3 is not that exciting. Sightless Ranger, rush, overkill, summon 2 1/1 bats. Super understated. Overkill, double this minion's attack. Some potential there. I would love if some of the newer mechanics actually stuck and had impact and stuff like that, even if it meant adding some other power somewhere else, because, I mean, there's just so many potentially really sweet mechanics that just don't get used. For instance, the Goblin Bomb. 0/2. Deal 2 damage to the enemy hero, and there's tons of things that summon 0/2s. Wouldn't it be cool if the Goblin Bomb killed itself after 3 turns no matter what? Now all of a sudden you're starting to build a whole bunch of bombs that are going to go off eventually. Maybe add a little minigame around this instead of like something that's not used. I don't know. I'm just kind of bummed about like Echo. Echo's a cool mechanic, and it's hardly used, right? It's used like really circumstantially, and I'm thinking about all this because as I was looking at beasts, I saw this puppy, this hunting mastiff. Maybe we should just run the hunting mastiff for old time's sake, huh? Probably Revenge of the Wild is the thing that we actually want to do. Why do I only have 1 Tundra Rhino in here? It's gonna look better on the curve for sure. I just really wish there were more varied mechanics that were just used. I want some power in there, baby. Now, I'm obviously no Hearthstone designer. Could be the case that if you added one little bit to those numbers, they would become instantly busto. We're running the Dire Mole out first.
None will survive.
Holy shit, it's an aggro. That's a really good card to get. Yep, Despy, sit on down, sit on down. Xenny says, would you say that in testing so many different mechanics each expansion that Blizz doesn't really put the development into them to make them sustainable like a Battlecry or Death Rattle? I feel like there's a sufficient amount of assumptions in there that I would be uncomfortable. So there's nothing on turn 2 that scares us, right? And then we can link some get huge. Yeah, look, rearrange. Hop onto Dad's lap. Don't chew on that damn headphone or I will absolutely get frustrated with you. Thing of beauty. What am I talking about? So I don't know if I can make a comment about what their development is like, because I think one of the big curses about game design and game work is that we don't see the shit that was fucked up. We do not get to see a whole bunch of design problems that they overcame, causing us to avoid some real miserable gameplay experience. We don't have to deal with any of that stuff. What I feel like I would be comfortable saying, so good. So good. Look at this. It's actually making use of the overkill mechanic, huh? If Baited Arrow turns out to be good, it will be the wrongest I have been about a card. Because I like being a little ridiculous when we're doing the card review. This card's so overpowered, this card's so weak, you know. But maybe Baited Arrow's stupid strong. Just wants to be close. Yeah. Is that comfortable for you, sweetie? She's half on the desk, half in my lap. What I will say is that Death Rattle and Battle Cry are one-time effects. They do things once. And so they are fundamentally easier to balance. Just fundamentally.
Begin.
I think I don't want this, because this is going to get popped. I'd like another 1-drop. Well, I guess Deathstalker Rexar. Don't you dare eat that, sweetie. Let's see what we get first. Flirtle, dirtle, blurtle.
Look! You shinies!
I'm not gonna coin out this. I want because I don't have any follow-up for a turn 3 play. Yeah, the one-time effects are very easy to measure, to control, to wrap your head around. Very, very, very easy. And for instance, if you have an overpowered Death Rattle or overpowered Battle Cry card, it's very clear what the problem is. The problem is that it's impacting the board state too much now, or impacting the board state too much when it dies, and that sort of thing. The trickiness in balancing is when there's things that have scaling amounts of impact. Battle Cries and Death Rattles tend to be quite fixed. Like Echo. Evolve, the fact that you can cast that any number of times. Well, I mean, what effect is that gonna have, you know? Alright. Hanging on to the baited arrow for now. We can just coin out Deathstalker Rexar. Yep, you gotta go down. Ba-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum. This is a little obnoxious, but it's all good. So, you know, I think that, like, the, if we look historically at the persistent effect type things, Blizzard has tended to almost universally underpower those. Bakari Sacrifice. Echo, Inspire, things like this. Am I just about to fucking die? I really underestimated the amount to which our opponent would be building a board 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, we just died. Whoops. Alright, so this loss was entirely due to me thinking that I had plenty more time, that this deck was going to operate a lot slower, so I just misassessed that. I think Kingsbane is an example of something that has persistent value that is very carefully balanced. Like, it's only good if there's a lot of support cards and you give it enough time and stuff like that. And Pirate Rogue is a thing now. Unfortunately, that was not really pirate-based build. That was more just like usual Kingsbane.
I must protect the wild. Let the hunt begin.
Alright, so I think that once again I go pop, pop, like that. Headhunter's Hatchet. What a cool card. Yeah, I mean, even if I look at the Death Knights, the Death Knights are really interesting cards, because those also do have, like, persistent sort of stacking benefits, but they're also doing sort of a fixed buff on something that was known. Fixed buff on the hero power. But I mean, even things like Frostlich Jaina is, like, deal-withable. Detroit Lunchman says, my biggest issue will always be that Hearthstone doesn't take advantage of its digital nature in the slightest compared to its competitors. Whoa! I actually don't even think I understand what you'd mean by that. To the base. I mean, there's a huge number of things Hearthstone took advantage of that due to its digital nature. So, I mean, I don't know if you're just sort of saying that, referencing some specific points that you're ruminating upon. Because, for instance, having the health number go down when you receive damage is effectively only tractable in a digital format. If you've ever tried to play a card-type game with lots of different healths, you simply cannot track it. You cannot track it, period. It's like way too damn hard. Yeah, Des, I'm sorry. It's insanely hard. There were a number of early card games that tried to have health across a large number of creatures. And it is just almost intractable. You have to have, like, a very small, controlled number of things on the board for it to actually function properly. I mean, I think that the example that, yeah, chat's already bringing it up to our Woods, yeah, like Pokemon technically does this, but it's a much smaller thing. You don't have, like, you know, 7 versus 7 Pokemon live trading, bumping into each other every turn, lots of stuff going on like that. So, I mean, that's a big thing. Do I want this? It's better on curve. Yeah, I think I do want this. Druids tend to struggle with large single-target threats. Yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of things like... Detroit Lunchman says, I probably worded that poorly, sorry. Well, I mean, I think that it's... I totally know what you mean, where you're just making a throwaway comment in chat, and all of a sudden Day9 zooms in and is like, what did you mean right there, motherfucker? Never summon these. Oh, we got a little kitty in the lap. Hi. You got a little kitty in the lap. Yeah. I gotta be honest, man. I love the idea of, and will continue to just like wink wink nudge nudge at Blizzard, please put enchantments in this damn game. Lakari Sacrifice is so sick. It is so sick, man. Blur, sweet blurtler.
I hunt alone. The eternal hunt has begun.
I want so badly. Not buff cards. I mean a thing on the board that does a permanent effect. An emblem. Like, creatures to the left have taunt, creatures to the right have +2/+2. Like, an actual enchantment that lives right there, man. How sick would that be? Lakari Sacrifice is an example of enchantment that I'm talking about. You know, done in solo games. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't do anything. Don't do anything new, interesting. It's gonna be up against a Togwoggler, huh? Actually get a Night Prowler going. See if I can get this puppy pumped. Guess 0x legendary weapons are an attempt at that. Kinda, yeah, no, kinda. I actually think that a lot of those are quite useful, but again, there's this historical underpowering that winds up going on with a lot of those. Like, we don't want to make it too good, so we're going to make it very hard and conditional to pull off, because it has the ability to give persistent value. God, why are you just such a snuggly little gray cat? Hi. God, this cat has been crazy happy the last month. Just snuggling and meowing and chewing on things. Hi. I guess the rogue quest is kind of like an enchantment. Yeah, I think it's a kind of a weird binary enchantment. They're also afraid of it interacting badly in wild or with other expansion features. I mean, yeah, but like, hey, don't chew on me. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's just day in. Oh, look the dogs out. Yeah, we'll bite Dad's leg. You must give Dad Twitch Prime. Yeah, you're just so happy. You don't want anything to ruin it, like me crossing my legs. Wouldn't that be horrible if I crossed my legs, huh? I love my buddy. You're my buddy, sweetheart. Tisby. Yeah, we're happy.
My thoughts are plagued.
Yeah, it's my little buddy cat. Hi. Yeah, I love you. You get mad and you bite Dad sometimes, but that's okay. Yeah, oh, you're meowing while I scratch you. That's good. Oh, whoa, you have a lot of energy in you. Okay. We're just gonna have you chill. We're gonna stop touching you. There's only two things you're ever doing with a cat. You're taking energy out of the cat or you're putting energy into the cat. Hi. Hello. Do you want scritches? See, this is where we investigate. Is this what you want? Yes. Yes, it is. Yep. We are in a scritchy mood. You've been watching Jackson Galaxy, Sean? You know it, Rhetorical Meow. Hot damn, I got called out. None of these are good. I guess the cheap stats. Probably the Stealth Tiger. It's a big bad dire mole. We're gonna get wog toggled, and it's gonna suck. What is a Jackson Galaxy? A Jackson Galaxy is he's called the Cat Daddy. He's one of these behavioral therapists for cats. If your cat's acting out, freaking out, lying in your lap, meowing, biting your knee, the way my cat is. He's actually just an incredibly sweet man who really loves cats. You're an incredibly sweet cat, Despers. A guitar case full of cat toys, yeah. God, you're a happy cat. I mean, it's I like actually feel like there is an earthquake on my pants, not in my pants, on top of my pants. Because this cat's just like shaking with happiness so much. Good cat. You being a good cat? Yeah, we're shaking a lot.
A tangled web.
Yeah, it's okay. Fuck. It's actually gonna proper woggle me?
Engaging TC-130 mental dislocator.
Prick.
I'm almost out of cards.
So didn't our opponent screw the pooch here? Like, there's no way that our opponent will ever have an empty deck? Or I guess our opponent will
Death is eternal. My
guarantee that
turn
we have the
is
deck.
not.
Oh, I see how the... I see. Okay.
had to do it in this order, so that way I could maximize value and make sure everything fits on the damn board.
I'm almost out of cards. Masterful.
Oh, is that the order it goes in? This is...
We be taking this now. His cobalt way.
Oh.
I'm almost out of cards. I'm out of cards.
Is this just auto kill me?
Almost out of cards.
Like this? Is this how this works?
Out of cards.
Wow. Okay. That's kind of neat. Yeah, I don't think there's any way for a mid-range deck to beat that. Just period. Should you please explain what just happened? Yeah, sure. I won't be able to do this quickly, but we can still do it a little bit. Let's go to this. So, it's this 10 mana puppy. Boink. Hakar, the Soul Flayer, Death Rattle. Shuffle a Corrupted Blood into each player's deck. Corrupted Blood, it's a very flavorful card. The idea is that you get a Corrupted Blood, which when you draw, you take 3 damage. Ease up, sweetheart. It deals 3 damage, and then it shuffles 2 Corrupted Bloods in your deck. So if you draw the next Corrupted Blood, you take 3 damage, and then you shuffle 2 more in there. So now you have 3 Corrupted Bloods. So the idea is that if you think of your deck as your body, right, it starts just getting filled with Corrupted Blood until it's just so much that you die. Which is really interesting and really cool. And so what our opponent did is our opponent drew their entire deck. The entire deck. And then played Hakar the Soul Flayer, which you saw me kill, so then their entire deck was drawn, so their deck became just Corrupted Blood. So then on their turn they played Togwoggle to swap with us, making my entire deck now swapped with theirs. So now my entire deck is just Corrupted Bloods. So then I just get reblood, just corrupted infinitely. Because every time I draw one, it deals 3 damage and I shuffle 2 more, and because my only deck is blood, I just keep drawing and putting more blood in there and drawing and putting more blood in there until it just kills me. So it's sort of like a delay the game until I just immediately automatically kill you. Ow, you're such a little prick. Hey. Wow, aren't you just a big bummer today, huh? You just want to hold on to my leg. Oh my god, this cat. This cat's actually just like barrel riding my leg, like like my leg's an obstacle in most extreme elimination challenge. And this is Despy Baba Ganoush. Like seriously, this cat is just such a grumper. Yep, hang on tight, sweetie. Kitty really wanting attention. I think the cat actually is getting too much attention. There we go. Whoa. You in a bad mood, huh? Here's my hand. What do you want to do? Just smell me. It's Dad. Relax.
Rexxar versus Valera.
Yep, that's the fun.
Watch your back.
Okay,
Let's
you want
the
some
hunt
scritches.
begin.
Yeah, this guy gets a little tweaked out sometimes. We're against a Rouge. Something like that actually seems pretty good. Why are you so pissed? We're just sitting still. It's fine. I'm just gonna put my hand on you. Is that okay? Yeah, it's okay. You're just a little stressed out. Yeah, you know what? Come on. What can we throw that would excite you, instead of causing you to just be such a bummer? What do we do to get you to go somewhere? Yeah, we're gonna lick ourselves. That's good. Who's that 60-year sub that I just see, huh?
Oh my god, Marka Titus. Happy 5-year anniversary. Happy 60, Marka Titus. It's 5 years, man. You got that new badge now. You know, this curve is more mid-rangey. I bet you we could bring down this curve to end at baited arrow and really inflate the 1 and 2 drop slot. So that way we're just really dropping significant threats. Cut all this cruft. Now this is where I can actually turn the heat on. Just don't even run the Deathstalker right there. Come on. Come on. Here, let's throw something. What's this? It's a bag. Oh, that was close. Just had that cat on us the entire day.
A clever concoction.
Whoa! Jesus Christ, that cat is like, has way too much energy in her, man. That cat is like, way too much energy. Like losing her damn mind, dude. Alright, so I think we cut the Tundra Rhinos, cut the Rexar, cut the Swamp King, and just put in more low cheap drops. This is a pretty reasonably strong pile of shit. Anyways. Bonk and the bonk. Sure. Because I actually want this to be a proper aggressive deck. I should be more empty on cards at the end of my turn. Cut Rexar, cut Swamp King, cut the Tundras. Maybe we keep in the Savannah High Mains because they're just the best damn card. Something like that. Alright, that card. Did we do it? 13. So this is 1, 2, and then 5 is 7, 8, 9. Yeah, let's speed this deck up. Speed this deck up a little bit, huh? These games are a little too hard. So we want to jam up the 1s and the 2s. So I think I'm actually going to try to run this little guy, this helpless hatchling. Really interesting card to me. What else is a 2-drop beast? Maybe try a Bear Shark, but I think the smarter thing is just to run 2-drop stuff. Hell, maybe even Revenge of the Wild. Too slow, though. Feels a little too reactive. I think I want to be playing dudes. Things like this. Are there any pirates in this damn meta? What is 2 mana, anyways? Wow, dude, Hunter does. This is all the 2 mana cards for Hunter. It's just these ones. Hunting Mastiff seems real bad. I guess Direwolf Alpha. I'm gonna give Direwolf Alpha a shot. Single Master's Call. I don't actually think we want Master's Call. Like, if you looked at the last handful of games that we played, you'll note that we kind of just had a lot of cards and never really took off early game. We never really built up a big board presence early game, and we had a lot of cards, and it felt like we were playing one, maybe two things a turn. Putting in cheaper cards says we actually want to be growing out and making more moves, getting more shit done early game. Scavenging hyena into scavenging hyena. Sounds weak, but see what Max does. Okay. I weirdly actually think we lose this, which is kind of hilarious to me. And it's a succubus. Beautiful. Thing of beauty. Fantastissimo. We might just put in an arcane shot. That could be good. We have 10... We have 8-ish 1-drops. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. 6 of these. We get more reactive. And conditionals, things go up the curve. I'll stick with direwolves for a little bit. Leak. No problem. It's our first offer of the day, isn't it? Our opponent chewed for two'd himself. Wow, that's actually a disgusting hand. Did you see that? That discarded the... Oh, no it didn't. I'm sorry, I actually completely missaw what was in that hand. Are you tracking your Houndmaster Shaw? Houndmaster Shaw is... Yeah. Yeah, maybe we do well with a Houndmaster. Oh, I lost damage. I should have traded first because then it heals 4.
Move! I handle these.
Clutch Mama Z, damn. Boy, these things synergize well as hell. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Maybe we do want Houndmaster Shaw. Maybe not, though. I'm gonna keep this as is for a little bit. We know Max is gonna throw his body at us. Perfect. Thing of beauty. So now I think we just, like, might spam this. Tonto pronto? It's gotta be.
But your world is still doomed!
Slavix is Sean, I watched the AlphaGo doc on Netflix you recommended. It was so interesting. I loved it. Thank you. Dude, I'm so glad. That was a really, really sweet-ass documentary, man.
Rexar versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
What to do? I don't want to chuck that. This might only discount one thing. Or no things. I think we just hold the hatchling back.
Hello.
Immediately, Helpless Hatchling is an underperformer. Yeah, dude, what if I cut both Helpless Hatchlings, just put in a Master Shaw? We'll see. What is this that winds up popping down, huh? It's actually relevant. Maybe one Master's Call? Maybe. Maybe. Cost of a beast in your hand by 1? Oh, dude, I don't know how to read. Holy shit, I thought it was beasts in your hand. Oh my god, I'm so... Je suis embrassé. Alright, that card's getting cut AF. That's a weak-ass card. Oh my god. 58 months. Look at this. What just rolled in the door here? Tsumui with 58 months. Disco Lock is back, baby. Also looking forward to joining the 5-year club. Happy 5 years, Tsumui. In 2 months, what do we round up here? I am a kind god. What are you shooting me with, huh? Scrotch. Scrotch me in the crotch. Happy 3 months, Espresso Nerd. Happy 43, Arathix. So sick. Rurisk, happy 6 months, man. It was great seeing you up in sunny Vancouver. Alright. What now? Oh, that's kind of gross, huh? So I can trade here, which seems important. And then I'm gonna play this guy. I'm just gonna go like Savannah. Oh my god, JT has me doing 5 tier 1 sub giftings for a total of 20. To Defiant, Drungan, Sporkle Motion, Vincent Kell, Pegless. Whoo, damn. Balance in all things. Hey, what's that from? What's that line from? That balance in all things. Is that Hearthstone? Is that Orisa? It's a mimic. Ember Spirit Dota. It's not Ember Spirit in Dota. It kind of has like a female-ish blend sound in the voice.
Unity, precision, perfection.
Balance in all things. This is gonna be kind of a shitty pickle. Strike range. Lotus Agents, that's what it is. Lotus Agents, Lotus Agents, Lotus Agents, Lotus Agents. Lotus Agents, Lotus Agents, Lotus Agents. It's Lotus Agents, everyone. Stop posting. You're all buttheads linking Ember Spirit to me. I bet you Ember Spirit says something kind of like it. Not who we're looking for here, though. Not a chance. Not a chance. Amazing. I'm gonna play these boys because I feel like some sort of flame strike coming.
Real Samuel says, for once my encyclopedic knowledge of Hearthstone entry lines is useful. Ooh, that is the one, baby. Is indeed the one. Alright, we're dealing a billion.
You win.
Crambler value. Ding, 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 bong! Helpless hatchling, gonna cut one of those and put in the Shaw. Found Master Shaw. See, I like having a curve that looks kind of like that. It's a good looking curve. Mid-range Hunter has always just been such a solid deck.
Rexa versus Uther.
I will fight with honor. Let the hunt
You mess around with even
begin.
probably this expansion? Find plays quite a lot like the old and grow control palette, but more proactive. Yeah, I was doing some earlier. I really like it a lot. A lot. I actually like the Spirit of the Tiger. It's very nice. Is MTG back Friday only? No, we're going to do it Monday and Tuesday next week. Ship happens 23. Just taking a week off to do the Hearthstone Expansion.
None will survive.
Our first test. An Archerous Veteran. Well, that's a terrible play. We're gonna 1.5 for 1. Balance in all things. Hero powered up.
Reporting for duty.
1 drop would feel good. How does that adapting beast fit into this deck? It's great. We just play beasts and then we just play the Crackling Razor Maw and adapt it. Some of the time we just play it as a 3-2 on turn 2. Lobster Shrubs asked me about the ratio of Hearthstone to Magic. I mean, right now I'm just kind of focusing on this week's Wortho Hearthstonies. I mean, I'm only streaming for next week. Next week is my last week doing live stuff this year. My last week. Solovic says, do you have any thoughts on Artifact losing 70% of its player base already? I don't know if you can talk about losing a player base because the game's been out for 3 weeks, so I don't think there is any notion of what the player base is. So I would call it false statistical statements. I think the actual question is, what do you think would be the settling point for that game? Well, this is shitty. Quarter creeper, double quarter creeper. Really painful. Oh, where the hell were you?
I hunt alone.
But I think that what we might make the statement of is, what do you think about Artifact's current player base? Well, not player base, since we're avoiding using that term. What do you think about Artifact's current player numbers? I think it's unsurprising. I think it's very unsurprising. I think that a lot of people think of behemoths like Magic, or, you know, the current behemoth Hearthstone that we're playing right here and right now,
Handle it.
and kind of talk about it as though they went from nothing to huge. Hearthstone actually kind of had a... I would almost call it a borderline pathetic-looking launch. Like, borderline pathetic, right? Like, it basically was like, okay, we're live, and then people just kept playing and playing and playing and playing, and then many months later they went, I don't know, I guess we're not a beta anymore. I suppose we're live, I guess. And that was it, right? That was
Well played. Well played.
We're dead. And that's how Hearthstone got big. So when I look at Artifact, I'm completely unsurprised that they're not exploding through the roof, because it's kind of how card games work. Card games, they come out, people start to understand the game, or they step into it and they go, I have no clue what's going on. Some content begins to get made. How-to guides begin to crop up. Then expansions come out that begin to flesh the gameplay experience out, and then more content and more features get added and stuff like that. Is actually nice. Chuck this for a 2-drop possibly. So I basically say I'm fairly unperturbed by any of this. Like, you know, when I play Artifact, like, you know, I'm a big Prelix fan. You know, I love summoning my barracks. But there really does not feel like there's a particularly gigantic amount of variety. No links in this deck. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting thought. Yeah, we should try to get a links in here. It would fit nicely right there. It would actually give us a very smooth curve. Thanks, Tricky. And I think that what will emerge from that is... Oh, yeah, I remember what I was saying. Yeah, there's a lot of sameness that winds up happening in a lot of the games. Like, oh yeah, I've seen these heroes, I've seen this archetype, I get it. Just gonna build our board. Yeah, base Hearthstone set, super samey gameplay. Like, once a lot of the good decks were figured out, I mean, base Hearthstone was just base-ass Hearthstone, right? It was very straightforward. So I knew I should have pinged with this guy. Damn. Well, give me another chance. Hearthstone, super samey, super... When it came out, and then more... Stuff came out, more stuff came out, more stuff came out. Kept being cool, right? Tournament scene for Hearthstone took a long time to actually stabilize. There were some weird-ass tournaments that came out right at the start of that one. So, I mean, a lot of people love to shit on the idea of a live game, or a game as a live service.
Yeah.
Some of, I think, the best games that have come out in the last many years have been games as service that actually committed to being a game as a service. Warframe came out small, kept adding, kept adding, kept adding, kept adding, kept adding. Path of Exile came out small, kept adding, kept adding, kept adding. Same with Hearthstone. It's just a lot of these games that fall into this category. It's a lot of them, right? Now, the reason I say real games as service thing, there are games that do full-ass, huge freaking launches and then transition into the games of service. Grand Theft Auto Online, I think, is a really great example. And when Grand Theft Auto comes out, a lot of people go, oh, holy shit, that needs to be a huge launch, even if they do have their games of service set up. Do I want to pop here and clock in? I think, yeah, especially with that Jordan McCaw. The fuck? The shit? Just trying to be efficient with my mana. And so when when I look at something like Artifact, I'm mentally viewing it as like a game as a service. Like, I'm going to try it out, and I have not been binging on Artifact. I have, unfortunately, been having a lot of fun with Magic, and then also Hearthstone expansion came out. So, you know, the last 3 weeks I sort of did Artifact 1 week, Magic 1 week, Hearthstone this week. Next week I'm going to kind of do a little smattering of things because it's my last week of the year. But yeah, I'm viewing Artifact as like, oh, this is a game as a service, right? Like, I actually feel like the correct way to play Artifact is to buy it for $20 and just Phantom Draft, right? That's all you do. Snarl rarl. Balance in all things.
Alright, Beta Air is way fucking better than I thought. So I don't really get that worked up about it. I think a lot of people are there's way too much expectation on Valve as a company, because Valve has not released a game in a billion years. And they were cranking out some hits, right? You know, you got your Half-Life 2, you got your TF2, you got your Portal, you have your Portal 2, and then there was like CSGO and then Dota, right? You were looking at it, you're just like, oh my god, there's just these games, they just keep cranking out, and then there was just a long period of silence. So everyone's like, it's got to be Half-Life 3. It's got to be the biggest, best, greatest, gloriousest thing ever. And then Artifact drops, and everyone's like, okay, so this therefore has to be the Half-Life 3 of card games. I still posit that Artifact is not a card game. Not posit, but assert. What the hell's her name? She costs 5 and she's staying alive. And we don't own her. I feel like you would either call Artifact a board game, or I call it a turn-based, real-time strategy game. Because it does, like, in the same way that, like, if I'm playing StarCraft, I'm like, oh my god, yeah, like, you know, I'm trying to check all these different gauges and monitor all these different things and click all these different buttons. It's like you're doing all the monitoring and the checking and the processing, but you're just not doing the quick button pressing. So all it fixes the difference seems pedantic to me. Oh, I would very, very, very strongly disagree that I think it's a critical thing to state, like, how it should actually be framed and why I would say it's not pedantic. Because, yeah, there's a lot of board games that have card elements, but, like, when I say it's a card game, or when I say it's a board game, or something like that, there's a whole bunch of expectations that immediately come along with that. So, for instance, like, if you are playing a card game, you're going to be thinking about deck construction. You're going to be thinking about a combat mechanism that's going on in the middle. You're going to think about the idea of, like, managing resources, like the amount of cards that I've drawn. This is fine to play. I don't need a combo or any of that nonsense. And the reason that identifying this is important is that consumers are not ever going to be as savvy about the nuances in the design of the media that they're consuming. They're never, ever, ever going to be. And I don't think anyone expects them to be. But if you are trying to pitch something to somebody, you want to give them a mental framework for it. So if I say to you, oh, Artifact, it's like a card game. A lot of people who sit down to play Artifact, as has been evidenced by the posts that people make about Artifact. Do I make this guy huge and leave these as 1/1s, maybe? Oh. A lot of people have been like, ooh, I don't know, this doesn't feel like a card game. And all the people who already don't play card games are like, oh, I don't play card games, so I don't want to do that, right? You know, it's sort of like Outer Worlds. People have only seen the trailer, and now some news is dropping about Outer Worlds. Interesting. Ooh, I think I shouldn't have done that. I think I should have just played the Houndmaster. Cracked right into this thing. That's fine. But like, people are saying Outer Worlds is like Futurama meets Firefly. And then when you hear that, your brain immediately just goes and locks into place and goes, oh shit, I know what those two experiences are like. I'm trying to combine them. Or, you know, if someone said, this movie is Indiana Jones in outer space, right? You go, oh, that's Indiana, those sort of crazy over-the-top adventures. Ah, I get it. There's a whole lot of communication that happens when you just give it a genre classification. Or when you give it comparators. And so that's why I think that it's not, you know, semantics or pedantics thing to try to talk about it in that way. Because, you know, a lot of the history of card games, even though there's been many, many, many different types of card games that exist, the history of card games has a shitload of influence of how does Magic the Gathering play? How does the Pokemon TCG play? It has lots and lots and lots of these types of elements to it that I feel like really, it's like when you have a large mass in outer space. It just forms this giant gravity well around it, right? Like that's where everyone's going to think to. If I say it's a card game, that has a different feel to it than it's a deck building game, because that has established itself as a different identity. A deck building game like Dominion, where the process of the game is the process of playing the deck. Now, anyone who I'm talking to right now who has played both deck building games and card games knows exactly what the heck I'm talking about. Knows exactly, like, oh yeah, they're totally different. But if I say to someone, it's a deck building game, the response is, wait, do you mean like a card game? The other person gets a chance to say no. So this is why I think that language is really, really, really important around properly identifying how the frick a game works. Yeah, bring it on. I'm not afraid. Alright, to the face. Alright, we did it. So that's my long rant that I think is pseudo-well articulated. All right, I'm gonna get some water and coffee and keep grinding this because I think that this is a legit build. Let me actually just leave this up here real fast. Bing bang blow. You know, I just want to appreciate. Look at this nice curve. Look how nice that looks. Look at how nice that looks.
Slavic says, do you think genre classifications detract from the experience just because of people's preconceptions? At the same time, people marketing pseudo need them as shorthand for the target audience. I think that's what's really, really interesting, is that I feel like there's different layers to it. I think that in many ways, genre... Okay, let's break up the experience of... We'll say, for a game, this would be something like, what is my... Okay, here, sorry, I had to organize my head for a moment. So, let's take the experience of playing a game and break it up into a couple of bits. Starting with some of the intuitive chunks. What do expert players need? Let me make this a little more objective. What do players who have been playing your game for 300 hours need to play for 300 more hours? Alright, that's your expert. Beginners, we talk about all the time. I'm now sitting down to play the game. I'm at 0 hours. What gets me to 10? What gets me to 10 hours? There's intermediate. What bridges that? Oh, I'm now having fun in the game. How do I become an expert? What bridges that 10-hour to 300-hour experience, right? So everything I'm saying is not rigid by any means, just to kind of communicate the idea of... I don't think I need a second spring paw. This is just to communicate the idea of what a beginner player needs. Everyone would agree is different than what an expert player needs, right? And what an intermediate player needs, and things like this. And when I think about what is genre classification and something like that, I almost view this as what is the way for me to be unaware of your game, to gain awareness, and then get to hour 0. What's your path to hour 0? Okay, now I'm at the game, and now I'm going to begin playing it, right? And I think this is equivalently true for any piece of media. You just change some of the language, right? Like, what causes someone who's begun to read to get past page 1? What's going to cause them to get past chapter 1? Now that they're at chapter 1, what makes them want to get to the midpoint of the book? Now that we're in the midpoint, how do we make sure that we're not boring so that way we can get to the climax? You know, there's all these sort of tiers of... Wow, that's an opening right there. Oh, I'm shit! Oh, I missed a point of damage. Fnarf, fnarf, fnar. And so I believe that, to answer your question, Solovex, I think that the idea of genre classifications is a way to communicate to that person who does not know. It's a way to communicate to that person who does not yet know anything about your game. They don't know anything about your game. And then they hear a genre classification. It's a way to pique their curiosity, or to get them to go, ah, that's the kind of genre I like, I'm into that. I really like roguelikes. So if anyone ever says to me, this game is a roguelike that XYZ, I go, oh, my little ear holes perk up. As expected. And so the thing is that, like, why would I divide it up like that? Well, because I pretty firmly believe that if somebody has made it to, say, the halfway mark of your book, and they're excited and want to keep reading it, it really doesn't fucking matter what the genre on the back cover was. It doesn't matter, right?
Let the pain speak to me.
If I am 100 hours into the game, it no longer matters what the tutorial of this game is. Boy, I'm good. 5 and 3 is 8. 8 and 18, not quite.
My pack will hunt you down.
And in the same way, if I'm sitting down and I am now at the tutorial, I'm playing through the game, it's my first time playing and I'm clicking the game's instructing me to do stuff, it doesn't really matter what the genre classification was, or what the reason that I bought it was anymore at that point in time. It's a shorthand of communicating ideas really quickly. This is a roguelike game. Oh, okay, cool, got it. Then I'm probably going to want to play it. So.
Rotten to my core.
Okay. 3, 3, and 5 is 11. 11. Okay, so that's 20 damage.
want to shoot it so bad. Vic says, I guess I'm just sad for the people who will never enjoy the book because it was in a certain section at the store. Yeah, and I think that this brings up another sort of interesting question, which is, you know, the idea of jockeying for position as to what are those genres that matter. Like, for instance, Korean dramas, for any of you who have seen Korean dramas, have a hell of a different feel than traditional media. So they're their own genre on Hulu. You go to Hulu, it literally has a Korean drama section. Boy, I'm glad I kept those. Oh, big old piles of shit. That's helpful. Wow. Because, you know, for instance, on HBO, they put sci-fi and horror together in the same category. And that feels weird for me because I really like sci-fi and I really don't like horror.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Oh, come on in the... Oh my god. Oh my glord in the floored in the lord. Sam the Tiger says, what about the movie Alien, where it's both sci-fi and horror? What about it? Finish that thought, Sam the Tiger. I mean, the thing that I'm trying to highlight is there is often combining and blending of genres, where technically the idea of separating them might make sense.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Oh my god, double healing rain. Fuh! Oh my god, fuh! Unleash a pile of dogs. Yeah, I mean, because again, at the end of the day, it's that it's all about communication, right? Like, you could have 150 different genres that all classify things better, but it's going to kind of be hard for the average bear to track all of those. So there's like 7 notable genres. Fuck, is this person built to kill me? Wait, what is this new card? What is this brand new card that no one's ever seen before? It is time. Wouldn't have made sense to kill the 2/2 with the weapon. Thought I did do that. Pretty sure I did. Take a link. Give me a link.
For my glory.
We're expecting one screenshot from Meltor Foss about the situation. That's super helpful. Somebody says, what are your thoughts about Netflix having so many super specific genres to choose from? It makes total sense, because that's the use case of it. Wow, look at our hexes these days, huh? Oh, big piles of shit.
Once more.
My jaws that bite, my claws that snatch. Yeah, I mean, like, it's one of those things where if you are trying to make a movie poster, or as not movie poster, movie trailer.
My jaws that bite, my claws that...
I'm just gonna mute the game. Yeah, I mean, if you make a movie trailer, you're gonna want to use a couple of high-level keywords, like the explosive action romance you've always wanted, and stuff like that. You want those like quick keywords.
people can grok it and rock it. My jaws that bite, my claws that snap. Something that I think was like super interesting for me has been my journey into trying to learn and understand more about what anime is and how it works, because it just uses completely different cross sections of genre division that I'm used to. Because if someone's like, oh no, like the whole idea of like how mecha stuff is like really common in. Oh my god, that's right. He has to freeze all your own buddies. That's so funny, man. Fucking hell, man. We did. Youch. Alright, Houndmaster Sean. Yeah, I think it's really, really smart that Netflix does do this cross-section, because if I'm watching a trailer to a movie, what's happening? Why? Why am I watching this trailer? Well, probably because I'm going on YouTube looking for some other piece of content, and then that came up. And so it's important to be able to just, like, direct tap into my key parts of my brain, make sense of it, or permit me to make sense of it swiftly. And so when all of a sudden we step into something like Netflix, very different use case, right? Very different use case. It's just going to be a whole bunch of people. Freeze your minions. Maybe we won. Maybe we don't. Maybe our opponent just keeps freezing himself. Let's see, Dubsy gave the screenshot. Wait, this is the screenshot? Wait, I think I'm really confused here. So in the screenshot, what is the suggestion? So in this screenshot, here's the paused video. So there is a thing that I've just shot, I believe, with Flanking Strike for 3 damage to kill it. And there is a 2-3, and I have a 2-2 weapon. So of course I hit the 5-3 into the 2-3 so I can hit the face, right? Right? It's not the one I meant? Oh, okay. Okay. This is why I talk about the importance of screenshots. Oops, missed a point of damage. Doesn't matter.
I concede.
Wait, you said you could have hit 2-2. There was no 2-2. What's the 2-2? Okay, let's answer this a little bit at a time, so that way we can go through this. So Dubsy's saying I could have hit the 2-2. What 2-2? Oh, this 2-2. Oh my god, I thought you were talking about these two things as 2-2s. Oh, yeah. Totally makes sense. Totally makes sense, yes. And so the question is, why not hit this 2-2? Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's probably a better play. So again, this is one of those things where it's like present the... Well, I mean, also, it's that if you look in my hand, I had 2 animal bites. So I was just trying to like punch in damage as much as possible. But probably against that deck, we're never going to just abruptly win.
Rexa versus Nemzi.
Let's have some fun.
Let the hunt begin.
So Nate BLZ says if we hit the 2-2, we could hit him in the face for 5 more, then we win that game with the Direwolf. Give a screenshot. Give a screenshot. Give a screenshot. Screenshots helps lots. Screenshots helps lots. All right, this is a godlike opening. Yeah, and so this is something that you hear me talk about a lot.
it's rather than just blurt an idea out and have me evaluate if it's good or bad, I love if you provide the thing that you're referring to with like a screenshot. Hey, in this situation, then tell me what you think would have been better and why. Because then we actually have something to talk about, you know. Super helpful, because like, I didn't really have anything to say until there was a screenshot presented and we could look at it together and I could go, oh, actually, yeah, no, I see what the benefit would have been. Wah! 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 Whoa! Oh, that's not the right button! Alright, let me go to the options menu. Ah. Whoopsie doopsie. Yeah, the funny thing is that in Magic the Gathering, the options button is at the top and concedes at the bottom, and it's switched in Hearthstone. God opening. Yeah, I've said this before, and I'll just keep saying it again. 90% of the time, if you say, why didn't you X, when you phrase that question, what you really want to be doing is just making a statement. Instead of, why didn't you do X, it's, I think X is good because Y. That's actually that's really deep down what you want to do, right? Because really what's happening in the brain is the brain's going, that day 9 is, I think that X should have happened, but day 9 didn't do that. Why didn't you do that? Right? But the problem with this, you know, this is where our brains as humans lie to us, right? Where your brain understands your own context, it understands your own thought process, and is trying to get some information to affect this. But you're talking to me, I'm another person in this equation. Poisonous is actually way better. I wanted to win Fury because that amuses me greatly. Yeah, but like, I'm the other person. I don't actually know what the context of what you're saying is. I want to buff this. No, I want to play that Animal Companion for sure. I'm gonna swing in with everything no matter what. And so it's important to say, hey, I think that X should have happened. And here's the reason why. And then I can go, huh, that's interesting, because my reaction is blah, 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 blah. Now this is an interesting one. Which one do we buff? I think that this is the one to buff. I want Poisonous to break through. The difference between these two will still be the cumulative same amount of damage, but in this situation, this gets swiped and reduces the amount of damage I have present on the board the least. Somebody says, but if I say, why didn't you, then I don't have to take a stance. Take a stance. And I think the reason I say you should take a stance is that also 90% of the time, why didn't you do X? 90% of the time, the true answer to actually answering that question is because I didn't. Right? Why aren't I streaming Magic today? Because I'm streaming Hearthstone, that's why. Right? Like, that's not a useful answer. Like, I went skydiving. Well, why didn't you go bowling? Because I went skydiving, right? Because that question implies that I thought through the entire thing that you have in your head, came up with a reason, and that's just sitting in my head and you're trying to access it. Smoothie says taking a stance is scary because if I'm wrong, then I'll look stupid to the whole internet. I actually think that's a great point you bring up, Sumu. I think it's like a quiet psychological thing as well, which is that if I don't present a stance, I just throw questions at the other person. I essentially don't have an identity, I don't have any position, I don't have any of that. Now, do I want to do... Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. Play these puppies on turn 2, and then pop this guy down on turn 3. JT is me says, I feel like I hear this conversation every card game day. LOL. I talk about this a good amount. Yeah, I talk about this a good amount. It is my calling in life. Maybe you can coin out a mountain giant next turn. Oh my god, rhetorical meow. I didn't realize we actually have a command for that. That's incredible. C'est incroyablement. So how do I want to do this? I think because I have this pair out here. I should have played this guy first to see what we yielded. Fuck, that's useless.
The end is coming!
Stu Lark says, hey Day9, has Hearthstone overtaken SC2 as your favorite game? StarCraft 2 has never been my favorite game. Isn't that interesting? Never has it ever. It's always been Brood War, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing. Brood War is my favorite game of all time, man. And if any of you... Did anyone here watch Soulkey versus Last in the semifinals of the KSL 2 last night? Holy shit, it was so good. But I think that'll actually answer that question more usefully. I can actually play a pile of things, but I think I just wait a turn. I've always really enjoyed Hearthstone a lot, especially because it, actually, let me back up. So the question was, you know, I'll rephrase the question to Sean, how would you compare your liking of Hearthstone to StarCraft 2? I think, like, I'm being a little bit of a wiener sort of dude right there, so. I probably want to have Hunter's Mark in this deck, don't I? I probably want to have Hunter's Mark in this puppy, huh? Probably. Anyways, comparing my like between them, Hearthstone is amazing because it's a great streaming game. I mean, look at this. I have hardly even talked about this game for the last 30 minutes. Because we've been getting to just chat and talk and explore and think and ideate. Yeah, I'm cutting Houndmaster Shaw. This card has felt pretty damn useless to us. Punching for damage with Wind Fury. Still swinging in. Yeah, I really love Hearthstone as a streaming game, and I find it to be a very chill, very relaxing night. It's just a nice game to play, and I really love Hearthstone's Rube Goldberg qualities, like, a lot. I love those. Let's see. I think I actually do this stuff now. But like with StarCraft and StarCraft 2 always feel like they like speak to my soul. Like I play those games and I am like moved as I play those games. As I watch them. Like it really lights my brain up a lot. Wow, that order was good for us, but still makes sense. So I think I will always love StarCraft and StarCraft 2 more than almost anything. These games are just so, they're just like important to me. They like speak to my soul. They almost feel like crazy personal in a way. I have fucked up my maths. This card sucks. Oh, God. It just, yeah, does anyone have any of those games that just, like, speak to you? Like, you know, I talk about StarCraft 2 just being like, fuck, like, just do this. Oh, my God. Oh. Holy piles of shit. Vomit. Jesus. God, this is... something like this, I guess.
Well played.
Bubblies and yummy!
Can we win that? Try to get our kill command.
Well fought. I concede.
Yeah, I think the Hunter's Mark is the card that I just forgot about. And that's a good matchup to remind us. So we cut these two. So right now we're a deck that's basically running a pair of the new cards. Yeah, seems good. Your aiming around could have pulled your links. Oh my God! I forgot completely that we had any rush minions in that deck. Yeah, maybe that could have been a win. Woo! Woo.
Rexxar versus Rexxar.
Let the hunt begin. Bring it on.
And Unta. Yeah, and other games that have really just like moved me with how good they are. Fallout 1. Fallout 1 and 2. Oof. God, just... I mean, it was a shitty game in a lot of ways, but Syndicate. Syndicate Plus, Syndicate Wars. I like this quite a bit. Think you'll play Hades? I was actually thinking of trying it next Friday, JT's me. Alright, so here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna play out this hatchet, because when we swing in, it's a wandering monster. Nice. So let's see. It's not wandering, it's not freezing, it's not explosive, it's not misdirection. What could it be? This is probably better. To the face we go. Cool. Alright. Kind of a weird play, but we pop this puppy and then we point out some baiting. Alright, so it's not snake trap. Does this mean this has to be rat trap? This is a rat trap, right? Oh god, Hunter's Mark feels really nice in this. Oh, that sucks. Is this 5 mana? Balls. Big old balls, man. Crap. I think I'm gonna have to play this in the Headhunter's Hietchit. Alright, so that's a freezing trap. There's our snipe. Alright. Alright, face is the place, man. Yeah, this actually feels like a proper mid-rangey deck. Alright, and then I just like Link's Bite. Oh, the 2 Hunters mark is perfect. It's exactly what I need in the curve. Oh hey, did I tell you I found a bug in Hearthstone? Found a bug in Hearthstone. I'll show it to you in this next game. It's pretty cool. You guys ready for the Day 9 bug report? This is gonna be sick. It's gonna be a good one. Get ready. Okay? Has to be in game so I can show you. This is good. This is a bug. This is a real bug. This is legit a bug. Guess what this is? A bug. Here we go. Watch this. This is great. This is really cool.
Rexxar versus Malfurion.
Okay, you ready? This is gonna be sick.
Protect the wild.
Alright, this is legit a real bug in Hearthstone. I can't believe I actually found this. This is so cool. This is a big moment for you. It's a big moment for you. This just rarely happens. You want to see it? I want to show it to you. I want you to see this. This is good. Okay? Get ready. We're going in. Wow, I can't believe this made it to the game too. This is big. This is a big bug. This is a big one. Probably not gonna lose my account the way this guy's toasted, but let me show you. You ready? Okay, you ready? Oh wait, shit, my little icon's different. My hand is different. It's only on the other hand. It's on the hand that has a little eye in it, but like I have a little armored hand here for my mouse cursor. Ah, shit, I can't You wish you could see this right now. Bet you wish you could. Kinda crazy and sad that you never gonna be able to see this, you know what I mean? An eye now? Alright, perfect. It's an eye now. Oh my god, I don't know what made it an eye. Look at that. It's an eye now. Alright, it changed. I don't even understand. Okay, watch. This is the bug. Are you ready for the bug? Here it comes. Okay, see how the eye's open? Now, why did it change? Wait, what the fuck is going on here? Why is it not an eyeball mouse cursor anymore? Dude, I don't understand this game. This game's like fucking crazy buggy. This is not at all what I wanted to show. It's an eye when it's not your turn? Incorrect, MVR CKPA, I think. Possibly, plausibly. Maybe you're correct. Okay, this is not what I want to talk about. This is not. This is not what it is. Holy shit. I think you might be onto something. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the bug. Okay, I'm gonna show you the bug when we go back, because apparently when it's your turn, it's not an eye anymore. When it's not your turn, it's an eye anymore. Okay, watch this. Watch this shit. This is amazing. So when I do this, it's an eye. Now notice if I hold the left mouse button, the eye's closed, release, it opens. Hold it down, release, it opens. But if I hold it down and then I right click, when I release the right click, but my left click is still held down, the eye is now open. Isn't that bullshit? Fucking amateur hour over here, man. Ugh. Look at this. It's open, closed, right click, release, right click, and there it is. Notice if I hit the right click, nothing happens. Hit the left click, opens and shuts. Right click, I mean it flashes for you guys. Can't even believe this.
I wonder.
Pay attention, class.
I hunt alone.
Dude, did I call it or what, dude? Headhunter's Hatchet, such a sicko despico card. All I've learned is that Sean clicks his mouse far too much. You know, it never occurred to me that, like, when I do this, it would flicker on your screen. Never occurred to me. Where's viewer quality? I know. I know. I'm here to shit on your happiness. It's my goal. What do we have here? Probably want to save this. Just keep swinging in there. Gotta be a little careful. Actually, we could have bonked him for another 8. Maybe we should have bonked him for 8, because we could have gone Hunter's Mark, Unleash. Killed one with this and my weapon. Killed one with the Hunter's Mark. Day 9 has been wielding too much power. Oh my lord. Oh my, it's done. It's done and our game is done. That is a lot of damage, man.
I can see.
And it's done. D9 has become too powerful.
Rexar versus Illyria.
Tremble before the might yells.
Let the hunt begin.
Alright. Full hyena. Baited arrow, our new favorite card in the whole set. It's a favorite card. Alright. Our opponent is questionable. Uh-oh. We got issues, man. We're up against a Queen Carnissa. Queen Carnissa. Oh my god, you're telling me. Dude. Shauna Chris Kringle says, I genuinely don't think I've ever been as hyped for a game as I am for Sekiro. Shadows die twice. Bing. Bong. God, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is gonna be such a good game, dude.
What to do?
My pack will hunt you down.
It's a bad dog. Life drinker, okay. Hunter's Mark does it again. We have quite a good amount of burn in here, man. Quite a good amount of burn. Tracking's good. Maybe get some 1-1s out of there. Uh-oh, that's potentially bad for us. So time to drink our entire opponent's life? Yeah, I think so. This seems like as good a time as any. Play it on this side because we intend to trade the Gold Macaw. Wow, these Direwolf Alphas are actually punching in for some good damage. Slovix, is there any reason I should evaluate Baited Arrow as anything other than a 5/5 deal 2? Yeah, it's also, in an emergency sense, a way to deal 3 damage to the face. Like, I'm probably going to go shoot, kill command, and then maybe evaluate doing this arrow elsewhere. God, everything is so buffed right now. This is so good. We got him. One, 2, 3, 4, 9. Good old mid-range face smashing. Finally. Finally a deck that's not a like infinite anti-fatigue deck.
Rexa versus Rexa.
Let the hunt begin. Bring it on.
Alright, let us divine. Nice. Dude. Ah! Headhunter's Hatchet is great. Great out of 8. I think I like that play twice as much as you do, Hot Guys 6-pack. An ample play, my dude. EXE Zelt says, do you feel like you get happier with work the closer you get to vacation? I feel like I either get more stressed to finish everything or get very apathetic about work and don't work up to normal standards. I've just been getting happier and happier. It's easier to push myself because I'm like, dude, yeah, I got a break coming up. It's gonna be grand. I mean, I think I gotta just jam this guy down, even though Hawkeye 6-pack's gonna crack it. Uh-oh, not the Lynx. Not the Lynx! Oh, that is the worst one. Super duper for sure. Alright, we pass a turn. Oh, that is shit. I think we only win if we draw Unleash the Hounds. Okay, good. Good, didn't know if I still had it in me, but I do. What is
does this one cause to happen to me anyways? Very relevant.
I hunt alone.
This will probably take 4 to the face, but at least I get Houndmaster Shaw. Maybe. Possibly. Plausibly. Plans for the break? Nothing. I'm doing nothing, Iron Mask. I'm gonna sit the hell at home. I have a list of things that I want to do. I want to do things like watch the Mission Impossible movies, read Neuromancer, find a new K-drama, check out Ultima 7 and see if I can get other fonts installed. There's an anime called Eureka 7 that people recommended. I think we are super duper screwed. Plausibly good. I want to watch a Bollywood movie. I recently started watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is exceptional, so I'm going to be doing that. Hunter x Hunter, Log Horizon, other things that were recommended by chat. We also have some other Bollywood recommendations from chat. I want to go to a casino, do a little gambling, man. I want to do some gambling. I want to go gamble at a casino. Alright, so unless I can really speed this game up, we're dead. I think there's no way to win, because we just get shot in the face. I want to fiddle with my Arduino, make a little Arduino project. I want to play modded New Vegas. I want to buy some keycaps. Doesn't that sound awesome? My neck is finally getting to the point where it's not like in agonizing pain.
Versus Valera.
Watch your back.
Let the hunt begin.
Alright. Dosby says, on the subject of New Vegas, I'm excited for the new Obsidian game announced yesterday. Holy moly glority. Holy glority. By the way, I'm taking this deck to 5. I want to go to 5 with this puppy. JT is me. God damn, JT is me. You gift so many damn subs here. It is so sick. Gifted 5 more tier 1 subs. To Pier Dolcesi, Twitch, Food Cloud, Lord Tuxim. Hey, welcome back, Lord Tuxim. Oh, hi. C-Jack 007.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Hi, I'm here for the Brotherhood. I understand it's going to prevail. To the face. I don't see a reason to trade if you don't. If he tries to go for my face, man, I'm gonna Houndmaster and then continue to go to his face. Face is the place. Scavenging Hyena is a juicy target for our opponent. We're gonna obviously slam a baited arrow. Bomb ticka, bomb ticka. Oh! Oh! Shadow step. I tell you, that's a bad idea.
I want you, and you, and you.
You saved yourself this time. Hello.
What are your thoughts on the Brawl this week? I have, like, essentially never played Tavern Brawl. Except for top 2. Lord Tooksum, it's so good to see you. I have not seen you in a while. Excuse me, have I identified a dead person? I think I have. It's Doogie Fresh. Just going in. Better than sneaking in 1 point of extra damage with the potential for some more value. Because we already have just so much damage on the board. I want to get some more guaranteed stuff. Oh, it's basically competitive constructed. Oh, interesting. Why not? Some Tavern Brawls are fun. I like constructed. It's kind of interesting. I think a lot of people have identified me as like a Hearthstone streamer for a long time, but I've rarely ever streamed more Hearthstone than like 10 hours a week. Which I guess is a fair amount, but you know, I also stream Dota like 6-7 hours a week. Other games, 6-7 hours a week, and old shitty adventure games like 2.5 hours a week. Perfect. Now that I have no board, I do want to build it. Then outside of stream, I pretty much just play Dota. Slay the Spire too. The game's fun. Death, death, to Doogie Fresh. Oh shit. I dropped my twiddly pen into my lunch bowl.
Rexa versus Anduin.
You go rewatch Return to Sword. That game is like a complete fever dream.
Begin.
A what? A Priesto? Can we go double scavenging hyena versus a Priesto, you think? Damn, this hand. Alright, what wish we to do? Probably Spring Pause better. Turn 2, turn 3. Spring Pause disgustingly good, man. Building minions is sufficiently important against Zapristo. What are we even worried about with our opponent here? Get a bunch of things to 4, at least initially, so that way they cannot be fnortled with. We're trying to kill our opponent as soon as humanly possible. Okay. Alright. So this is, it appears something of a mid-rangey Dragon Priest that's going to try to delay for a few turns. Keeping things above 3 health is important. I completely forgot about that motherfucking card. Oh, crappity crap shit decks. I should have done that in the wrong order. Or in a different order. I could have had a 2-3 weapon. That's probably going to be super relevant against a hero Healy power.
Precision. Perfection.
God dang. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. Should have done that in the wrong order. Yeah, I think my brain seized up. I just inadvertently said some complete nonsense. Hunter's Mark strikes again. Wait, what is this fucking thing that has rush? Ah! I don't even give a shit, man. Fuck this. It's so stupid. Fuck. If it didn't get rush, it would have been fine. Yeah, this is the sort of stuff that just like it's just like I don't even know why I'm playing, right? Like, ugh. Like, there's getting top decked, which is annoying, but they also opted to put that in there. You know what I mean?
Rexar versus Mecha.
That feels like that is the game when I'm playing a card game. It's about sort of navigating when I do and I don't draw things, and then right on the edge, which is where I kind of screwed myself into a position where I have to draw or have XYZ happen. Like, I get that. But when it's like, just do literally something completely and totally random. Goddamn. Last time I played into Dustbreaker. Yeah, I forgot that card existed. That put us behind for sure. Oh, wait, what? Lucari Sacrifice. But see, I would much prefer to lose a game because I played into Dustbreaker and I should not have played into Dustbreaker. That's actually meaningful and interesting to me. Actually, I should have killed the 1-2 here. Because I'm talking about two different things. I'm not saying I had that game won and then the win was stripped away from me. Like, that put us in a bad position for sure, which is annoying as hell. God, that's so funny. This discarded the thing that was buffed. That's grand. I'm annoyed that this disruptive thing happens that will, like, never happen again that I can't learn from. Frustrating.
You're in trouble now.
Clutch Mama Z. Alright, we're really gonna hurt the shit out of our opponent here. Ooh, that actually gives us some options. We can do that, hit once. Yeah, that actually seems pretty good. Play this, buff this, maybe get Wind Fury, something good. And we can play this, pop this here, snap that, blow the face.
Who dares summon me?
Oh, I can actually kill that. Nice. Do I want to? Questions. Oh boy. Yeah, this game doesn't work, man. I feel like the deck we're running right now is one of those meta walls. Like, if you can't beat this deck, you're probably not gonna be able to contend in Zamita. Meltor Foss is sorry about my poorly worded question earlier. No, Meltor, you have nothing to apologize for at all. Goodness, man. Nothing at all. I actually think I was a bit more of a crotchety bastard, because I don't like questions like that. And I kind of, like, didn't pad my response. Because what I should have been like, dude, Meltor Foss, I totally know you don't mean it this way, but let me just, for other people who haven't heard this rant. And then I should have gone on the rant. Should have gone on the hell out of the rant.
Rexar versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! Let the hunt begin.
Warrior, eh? Probably don't want the Unleash the Hounds, because there's not really going to be that many, like, swarmy things. Kill Command is always a late game draw. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Silly Dinan. Blind non-directed rage is chat's job. Sure as hell ain't my job. I'm in high spirits today, baby. Alright, King Engine threw out an ancient and powerful card known as Heroic Strike. Little Pie Dot Warrior. Did your typing help your StarCraft? Did your StarCraft help you learn typing? All my gaming as a kid helped me learn typing. Oh my god, it's a new board. I was just intuitively bonking stuff. Yeah, I've always just wanted to type quickly, tap quickly, do things quickly. Feels good to me. We're not being very man efficient, but that's okay. Hunter Cards has the best cards. A lot of stuff's breaking on this board. He's happy now. Good. Well, we're gonna need to chill on playing of stuff because we're getting close to Brawl. This'll live in a Brawl though. I want to destroy. I believe we are against a dead man. Danger Moose just gifted a sub to Grogglefuzz. Thanks, Danger Moose. Honed right in on Grogglefuzz. Arcthane says, any chance you remember the very first video game that you played? I believe that it was this educational console called the Socrates that A.K. Coney purchased for me for a birthday. For Christmas. It's up, Big Bad Dire Mole. First ever to the face. With good old baited arrow. Blue Sky Monster says you went to Harvey Mudd. I got my CS degree there. I love that place to death. Yeah, fuck yeah, Harvey Mudd! Harvey Mudd! This only hits minions, by the way. God, Harvey Mudd is the greatest thing ever. To go for the first ever lethal with baited arrow. Ugh. My little eyeball hurts.
Rexxar versus Rexxar.
the hunt begin. Bring
Do this weird thing when my eye's irritated, or I know you're not supposed to press on the eye, so I just rub, like, around the eye. So I don't mess with it. I'm gonna take good care of my eye babies. And that's why we take out the eyeball, put that sucker right back in, live on air. And Unta, eh? Probably not this, there's a lot of spell hunters there. Oh, the dire mole, big bad dire mole. Ooh, now that I have that, I gotta do this, because if anything doth poppeth down. Zealot says, how did you balance having a normal college life and stuff with being a Brood War player? Did you just never sleep or eat or what? I mean, frankly, the biggest thing was... I think I still hold this guy back. The biggest thing was I just did not do a lot of socializing. I really did not. So most of my time doing my own thing. So it's sort of like wake up, 2 a.m., play Brood War till 9, 8, something like that. Eat breakfast. Do some work, watch some replays, go to class.
my side. Hunt alone.
And then, you know, fall asleep. Like 6 p.m. thereabouts. Or when I was on a more normal sleep schedule. Or like staying up late and stuff, you know. I'd kind of get up, like when I was on the other flip side of things. Oh, gee. Oh, I wonder what this deck is, huh? Spring Paw. You know, like, I also had the flip sleep schedule, too, where I'd, like, wake up at noon or something like that. But I would, like, wake up at noon, eat lunch, do classes, because I generally have a lot of afternoon, evening classes. So do class for a bunch of hours, eat, do homework. Then it would be late. Play Brood War. Play this Lynx, I just want to deal more damage. So yeah, I mean, like, I pretty much almost never hung out with other humans on weeknights. Like, ever. It's a rare occurrence in your little Pal Day 9's world. Like sometimes, but I really just spend a lot of time alone. That's a big thing, is that I think that to have impact in some area of life where you want to, like, be really impactful, like, I am an XYZ, I am a sports player. I think I actually have to kill this thing, my guy. Getting a little low on the HPs, you know what I mean? I mean, we're probably dead.
Target.
Gives us some hope. Some hope doth got gaineth. Yeah, I don't know. Like for many years, I streamed about 15 hours a week. And I was a successful streamer. Not a huge grind, you know. Even if I was doing something like playing 15 hours of Brood War a week. Not a huge amount. Wind up being really good at anything if you spend 15 hours a week at it, you know. hours add up. Like, let's actually do the math. So, 15 times 50.
Rexxar versus
Yeah, damn, dude. If you do 15 hours a week,
your soul
after a
shall
year, you've
divide.
done the thing for almost
Let the
1,000
hunt
hours.
begin.
I know a lot of people are looking at their Steam library like, oh my god, fuck. I think the biggest thing that actually eats up people's time is just time filler.
We have turned
Like, oh, I'm just gonna surf Reddit a little bit, la la la, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna check my phone, oh, I'm a little bored, text someone, hey, how are you doing? Like, I actually think people do that like 30 hours a week minimum. I think a lot of people hear that and they go, no, I would never do 30 hours, you're kidding me. Like, here, I want you to do this. This is a crazy experiment to do, but I'm gonna suggest it. This is a self-awareness activity, right? So I think a lot of you have little, oops, cancel, yeah, that. Have like a little stopwatch on your phone. And you can start it, alright? It's starting to record the seconds. Hit stop, like this. Just keep a permanent start and stop going for 1 week. Oh, a gloom stag. And what you'll find is that you, over the course of a day, do like 5 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 3 minutes, 20 minutes. And then maybe at night before bed, that's when you actually do 2 hours. You know, 3, 4, 5, and a bunch. Yeah. And so it actually only feels like you're doing it for an hour a day, maybe not every night. So you're like, well, it's only 5 hours a week, but all that little 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes here and there. Overlord Arcs is what? I don't understand. Let me start over. A lot of people do social media, random bullshit, time filler. I'm just gonna surf Reddit. I'm just gonna check my phone. I'm gonna check Facebook. I'm gonna check Instagram. I'm gonna check Twitter. I'm gonna grind out some social time, social hour kind of stuff. Did I just walk straight into a Hellfire? I think I did. I think I perfectly set up Hellfire. A game that you're not that interested in, but you just kind of like, I don't know. Just gonna do that. Things like that. And I think that there's nothing exactly wrong with that, right? There's nothing exactly wrong with doing that. Some amount of that is absolutely fine and healthy. But I bet you, if you just put a timer and you start and stop every single time you did it, or if, yeah, Spivot talks about that iPhones, you can also keep track automatically if you have the setting tuned on, you can do that. And I think what you'll find is that what you thought you were doing, like 5 or 10 hours a week, you're actually doing 30 or 40 hours a week.
To my side.
Boy. And it's not this is good or bad, it's about the awareness. Our MVPs have the opposite problem, where I feel too anxious to be social, even online, and spend all my time sunk into shows/work. Yeah, no, what I mean is, like, for any classification of activity, you start to set a timer for it and start to identify what that pie chart of your day looks like. Like, if I spend 5 hours a week cleaning, this place is spick and span, baby.
Rexxar versus Thrall.
Last few days I've done no hours of cleaning.
Hunt begin.
0. I think I toss this back because it's more important for me to get a 2-drop after my big bad dire mole. Alright, 1 drop's abound. Alright, what do we want to do? Yeah, no, I think I just kill this guy. Summon the thing, cracker guy. And so this is all coming back to, like, the Sean, how did you do Brood War in school at the same time? Is that, like, I actually just think you need hardly any time with certain activities to actually be doing the shit out of said activity. Only needed, like, 15 hours a week to be competitive in Brood War. I'm infamous. Happy 25. And Virios. Or is that Verlos? I think I change every time I read it Verlos. I'm sorry. It's not how to read. Verlos is 39 plus months of fun. Thanks for all the Fun Day Mondays and entertaining us. My greatest procrastination station. Haha! Thrilled to have you. But if you are feeling like you're procrastinating, tuning in here, I want you to know, Verlos, whatever it is you're trying to jam on, you can do it. You can turn this puppy off right now and start jamming on that. God, these turns you can just do so fast with this deck because it's just like one play. It's actually really fascinating for me as someone who went from, like, you know, streaming 15 hours a week, streaming more like 30-ish. Still not like some gigantic-ass increase, but, you know, an increase. Do I want this? I think I want this guy first to protect these pairs. But yeah, like, you know, no one treats me as though I've done anything different with streaming. I think I could just stream 10 hours a week and people would still think of me as like a big, like a full-time streamer, effectively. Or there's a lot of streamers out there that do like 70 to 100 hours a week. 1, 2, 3, not me. So I can't target this.
Lightning can strike twice.
Double heal. Ooh, that's good. We did it. We won. We won the video game. Unless there is a literal pull from the top. It's not gonna do it.
You win this
You can target hexproof with a creature ability. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Mustached Chaos. Goddamn. It's so hard for me to flip back between Magic and Hearthstone. Because in Magic, the way it works is it can't be the target of anything from your opponent, but me, the player, I can target it. And in Hearthstone, it's like a weird mixture of that. It's that neither player can target this with any spells or hero powers. I can't, you can't. But enter the battlefield, battlecry type things, you can do. Ooh, Unleash the Hounds is a nut draw here. It's fascinating to me. I mean, like, I think I genuinely wonder if I did 5 completely different things. Like, if I did a completely different job on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, each of those 5 different things, I bet you I could get a pretty reasonable amount of stuff done on each of those. Not because I'm some sort of superhuman, but I think anyone, if anyone spent one day, a full, dedicated, devoted day per week, oh my god, it's not an Paladin. So spent that full amount of time every week doing that kind of task. I think, you know, that just adds up over time. And I think that it would seem as though some sort of superhumanly cheaterish quantity of stuff was getting produced. I think there's too much emphasis put on, like, total number of hours. Because, again, like, some of those streamers who do, like, 80, 100 hours a week, I don't think that they, from an outsider's perspective, feel like they're doing that much more than a 20 to 30 hour a week streamer. I think I still do this. Even though I'm cracking into this twice. Someone will go, oh yeah, obviously that person does like so much. But for instance, if someone did 30 hours a week of streaming and then 30 hours a week running an Etsy shop making crafts, that would seem like so much more shit was getting done externally. Because I think brains process things as binaries better. Like, you do or you don't. You are a streamer or you're not a streamer. Or you are a Etsy shop owner or you're not an Etsy shop owner. Nice. Placement's a little painful here, but that's alright. This is going to be the pop place anyways. This is going to go here. Trade with you. So this is, think of what you're describing as the law of diminishing returns. Not exactly. I'm talking about the public perception of things. Like, it is true that people get diminishing returns the more they put on something, but I'm talking about is, like, that perception of, like, how productive a person is. What I'm trying to argue is that I think that to many people it seems like... Oh my god, the absolute nut mole. Kaboom.
Well played.
We're getting there. So I think, like, all I'm trying to communicate is that I think that if anyone here spent 10 hours a week doing something, you'd quickly not just be doing a crazy amount of stuff, but people would perceive you as doing a crazy amount of stuff. Direwolf plus the Lynx is so good. Jesus.
Rexxar versus
Battlecraft.
Rexxar. Let the hunt begin. Bring it on.
Probably this is fine. Manixone says, what if I can't start at doing something for 10 hours a week, but like 1 or 2? Sounds great if you want to do it, man. You're going to get all sorts of shit done eventually. You get all sorts of shit done. Oh, they've got dire more. Should be drinking more water. I definitely gotta go get some more water after this game. Thunder shot. Bring it on. This is gonna be an interesting turn. What if our opponent plays a secret? Music though. Popped. Well, aren't you just a little turn late, huh? Actually, I should have played this first in case there's like some 2-mana taunt thing. Alright, I am ready to get killed. Battlecraft. Alright. Fuck. Alright, so... Perfect. So that is an explosive trap, and our opponent has just walked into hell. If it is a freezing trap, I think I want this back. Oh, it's a 12-5, yeah. Oh, it's so good. Maybe he should have bonked into that hyena. I feel like we're going to see an exploding Rexxar in a second. Yeah.
I can see
I had a read on his soul. Bing, 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 bong!
Rexa versus Serranoyo.
Hello, hello, hello.
Let the hunt begin.
This is good. Maybe not the Dire Maul. We don't really need the Dire Maul in this matchup. We're going to be trying to feistily fight for board control.
None will survive.
So we're looking for some sort of way to gather more durability and whatnot.
The light dims.
Oh shit, what a rough one. Owned! Smoked. Man.
Reporting for duty.
Oh my god, I forgot Lost in the Jungle was a card. Look. Alright. Alright, Section 9. Show me what you got. What a oppressively good hero power, huh?
Reporting for duty.
One mana creature would be good here. That is not it, but it shall be so.
To my side.
Fuck. Bink bonk. Oh, we're gonna be able to baited arrow out of Big Boy, but we really need that Unleash the Hounds, like real bad. Ugh. Ooh, Divine Favor for 3. Yuck. Alright. It is a good day to 5-5. Alright, it's probably gonna be a good day to 5-5 for a while, huh? I like a little piece of meat on it. Devil Sword. Clock another guy? Yeah.
Reporting for duty.
Ah! Ah, fuck! Dude, God, the Divine Shield one is so far and away the best one by such a wide margin. Oh, fuck. Like, this was taunt for someone that's more 1/1s, or even the attack. It's, God.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, we should probably be running this deck. Fuck, man.
Well fought. I can see.
Well, I guess I'm gonna grind it till I hit 5. Get some water real fast. Get a big ol' water bin.
Rexa versus Rexa. Let the hunt begin. Bring it on.
Perfect. Can't even tell I was gone. Look at this. Look at this actually pseudo-reasonable starting hand. Invisible mug? Yeah, it's a duck mug. It's got a duck on the front. It's green. Oh my god, it's Tim Tam Walla Walla Jim Jam. Bing bong, no!
Backwards quickly. I won.
Also, we have some Pellegrino. Oh, she's dying, for sure. Something to get huge. Boop, boop. This is good. Tim Tam Willa Willa Jim Jam says, "Ah, no, it's just a combination of two Australian words." What a beautiful word it is. So good. The cool thing about this Pellegrino is that it's the same color as Hearthstone. Tim Tam Willa Willa Jim Jam says it's a combination of 3 words. Whoa. When are we inflating to 4, huh? Well, because in English we have the ting tang, walla walla bing bang. So you're Tim Tam Willa Willa Jim Jam. It's great. Tim Tams are also very tasty, by the way. Balance in all things. Bing, 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 bong. This is gonna look really weird, but I think this is the correct decision. I don't want my opponent to have ever any presence on this board. Danger Moose, a second sub gifted to Sahel HS. And this is perfect, right? We go donk boink, and we're still in the position where we have control of the board. Wait, this opponent's name is Kevin Lynn. Wait.
I'll never tell.
Wait. I'm gonna text Kevin Lynn. Am I playing versus you in Hearthstone? Oh my god, I'm gonna take a photo. Camera, here we go. Oops, didn't actually get the name in that shot. Okay, alright, so here's the play, right? We unleash the hounds, we go into the face to trigger freezing and or monstrous. Great. So we're good there. It's so good, oh my gosh, Kevin Lynn.
To my side.
Alright, well, looks like things are swinging right on back. Play some high mains. Evan73 says, besides being someone you know, Day9, who is he? Kevin Lynn, one of the founders of Twitch TV. Emmett Shear, Kevin Lynn, CEO, COO of Twitch. Oh, the fucking dogs! I'm just gonna switch to the Paladin after this. Ugh, if that's freezing, that's so painful. don't even know how we win now. Because our opponent has lethal. But the way that we can lose is if Kevin Lynn identifies correctly to go to the face. — 15 plus 2 plus 2 is oftentimes 19. Alright, nice. What a dick. Don't do it. Ugh. And I'm gone. Alright, let's... Who wants to just make an aggro pally, huh? Let's do an odd paladin.